today's the day. Today I'm finally going to install Windows 11 and Linux Mint on my main computer that definitely looks like it's seen better days. But before I've got to make a bootable USB. Alright, so I'm now making the bootable USB in Rufus, because although Microsoft give you a way to do this, their version is crap. And why is that? Well, here in Rufus, I can turn off all the crap that I don't want, even though this is the LTSC version of Windows 11. There's still a whole bunch of crap that I don't want. So when this is done, I'll be installing Windows 11 because I have to do that first. Then I'm going to be installing Linux. And yes, I know formatting is going to delete everything. I'm not a complete idiot. I'm just half an idiot. And a little bit crazy. But I know what I'm doing. Okay, here we are in Labios, which is French for the bias. Actually, it probably isn't. I don't even know if it should be la or le. Depends if it's male or female, which makes perfect sense. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, just setting this up so it'll boot from the hard drive. I mean, the USB drive, so I can install Windows 11 on unsupported hardware. Actually, I don't even know if this is unsupported hardware. I mean, my CPU is supported. As for TPM 2.0, I don't know if my computer has it. Nor do I really care. Okay, here we go. Let's get this thing done. And you know what? I'm going to time how long it takes to install Windows 11, even with all those things. Yep, I don't care that everything's going to be deleted. I've saved everything that needed to be saved. It's getting a few things ready. We're getting a few things ready. Yep, that's the partition I want to install it on. Go do it. Right, so it's currently 7:51. I'll come back when this is done, and we'll see how long that took. Well, everybody, we have a problem. Yes, in my infinite stupidity, the camera was recording while I thought it was paused, and paused while I thought it was recording. So, all we got from the next part of the Windows installation is this. Also, it tried to boot into Grub, which is no longer on there, which was left over from a previous Linux installation, which I thought I'd completely wiped, but apparently didn't. So yeah, this is all going swimmingly. Well, yes, I don't want you to boot into that, because that's not there anymore. This is what you're supposed to boot from. Stupid computer. Oh, hold on, my microphone's just fallen off. Yeah, my homemade lapel microphone. You're still installing? Oh, we're up to 97. Hold on to your butts, everybody. 2,000 years later. Huggy Wuggy will squeeze you until you pop. Oh, can't make the noise now. I want rain and storms and interesting weather, so what do we get, son? Oh wait, we might be in business. It restarted. It's doing something. It's been 15 minutes so far. Yeah, this looks like your typical Windows startup. It's detected the network. It's detected the Wi-Fi. I better put my Wi-Fi password in. Of course, I've got no idea if I put that incorrectly, but right, next, come on. Checking for updates. I don't care about updates. Just do your thing. Your PC will restart before you continue. Why does that not surprise me? Oh, I think we're finally done. It's been 18 minutes. Taking off a couple of minutes for those, things that went wrong. Really, Windows? Oh, we're almost there. Alright, Windows 11. LTSC version. Let's take a closer look at what we got here. No bloat, just the way it should be. Okay, Windows 11. Your first job is to download Linux Mint. Linux Mint. Because now we've installed Windows, we can install Linux. Give it a try, you'll love it, already love it. Where's the download? Oh, there it is, right there, staring me in the face. Yeah, I want to get the Cinnamon Edition, that's my favourite. I never know which server I should pick. I'll just pick the one that's closest to me, and I don't know what that is, so I'll just go to this first one. Seymour. Seymour! Oh, I click on Seymour, and I see less. That makes total sense. I click on Seymour, and it shows less. Copilot or Recall or whatever you are, we don't want you. I'm actually really surprised that the Wi-Fi worked right out the box. Although I don't know why it says no audio devices installed. And I've no idea what this is. Windows Security. Well, I don't care about that. Wait, I downloaded Rufus, and for some reason it's downloaded Wave Browser. That's not what I wanted it to download. Let's try that again. Portable? Alright, I downloaded the right thing that time. Because I'm gonna need to make a bootable USB for Linux. Damn, voice crack. Wait, I think the camera was paused while I thought it was recording, and what's going on? Okay, that was a bit scary. I forgot to mention that Windows 11 took about 19 minutes to install. So we're gonna see how long Linux takes. I don't know why it downloaded this Wave Browser thing when I clicked the link to download Rufus. But you know what? It's probably worse than Edge. It's probably full of ads and viruses and stuff, and I don't want it. Right, and we is done. So I'm gonna close that, restart the computer, if I can figure out how to do that. Let's maybe... Oh, there it is. Staring me in the face. Right, now let's try and install Linux. I'm in vain pressing the F1 button. I mean F11 button. Okay, we wanna go to that. Yep, start Linux Mint. This could take a while because it's booting off the USB. So I'll come back when it's loaded. Oogly doogly. I'm not gonna mess about, I'm just gonna go straight into install. That is, if it ever gets his arse in gear. Alright, yeah, there we go. We want English, because I'm English, unlike the rest of the population in this country. You want me to pick a Wi-Fi right away? Well, I think this one's our Wi-Fi, I think, isn't it? Does it end in 39? Yes, it does. We haven't even installed Linux yet. Yep, we want the multimedia codecs installed. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Install Linux alongside Windows Boot Manager. Yeah, that's not the drive I want to install it onto. Okay, so this is attempt 2. I've taken that drive out that it was trying to install to. So now it's got no choice but to install it onto the SSD, which is where I actually want it to be installed. So let's go. I'll tell you another thing. That's detected a hell of a lot more Wi-Fi networks than Windows did. They're not mine, they're my neighbours. It's just bleeding into this room. Wait, what? Continue, I said. Right, yes, install multimedia codecs. This doesn't count as part of the install process. This is just setting things up. Yeah, that looks more like it. Now, we want to give Linux Mint more than that. Let's make it nice and balanced. So Windows gets 512 gigabytes. Gigabytes? 1.21 gigabytes! 1.21 gigabytes! I mean gigabytes. So they both get the same amount of gigabytes. Yeah, I know. I know what I'm doing. So this is where the installation process starts. It is currently 8:45. It just ticked over to 8:45 while I was reading that. So we'll see how long this takes. Oh wait, we haven't started yet. I thought we had. I gotta put all this stuff in. Cool dude. Pick a username, cool dude Glenn, that's fine. I don't care about my password. I don't care if it's a short password. Log in automatically. Okay, let's go. Now we've started. And it's 8:46. I tell you, there's some jerk who keeps riding a motorcycle back and forth, back and forth, back and forth outside my window all day. Think they've gone now, but if I ever find out who they are, I'm gonna kill them. And I don't make idle threats.
Hey Butler, I'm gonna kill you.
On Windows software, yeah, oh, never mind, I was gonna say we definitely need that, but it's not even showing that anymore. So, we started at 8:46, it's currently 20:54. I don't know what that means. That's been about 8 minutes. We're done, and almost half the time it took to install Windows. Well, we're done, and so is my voice. And it only took 20 seconds to boot. And I'm sure after this it's gonna boot even faster. I'm just downloading all my paraphernalia now. Some of it I'm downloading via the software center. Some of it I'm downloading via the terminal. Because sometimes it's just easier to type the name in rather than go through a long list of things until you find what you want. There's no way this is gonna work. So one browser I like to use is Brave. It's got an ad block that still works on YouTube. Now it's fine on Windows. But when I try to load it on Linux, it gives me this BS about wanting a keyring password every single time I run it. To call it grating would be an understatement. So I typed in a command to remove that. And now when I launch Brave, no asking for a keyring password. And it works as it should. I've also started putting shortcuts to my most used websites, like FBombTube and Gmail and the Weather Channel. That is, when we ever do get any weather. I don't call constant sunny days weather. That's an absence of weather. One thing I do want to do is I want to make sure that this auto hides, just to get some more of that screen real estate. There we go, that's better. Right, so what do I want to do next? Well, I want to make sure this is permanently mounted, so I'm going to go into disk. Actually, first, I better unmount that. No, I don't want to empty the rubbish bin. Just let me get on with it. I'd imagine it's in administration. I mean, that's where I'd put it if I made this. But of course, it ain't. Never mind, I'll find it here. There we go, disks. Right, this is the one we want to auto-mount. Don't want to format it. Mount, start up. Right. Of course, gotta put in my password. So now that will always be mounted every time I start. So as a matter of fact, let's reboot and see if it did that. I'll be very annoyed if it didn't. Linux, please. Check this out. Check out how fast this boots. I'm doing this all in real time, so you can see it as it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, unfortunately the camera decided to blur out for quite a bit because autofocus. I mean, there's something right there on the screen it can focus on, but no, it decided I'm not gonna let you see any of this. And there was a lot of good stuff I was gonna show you. Like a script I found on GitHub that easily makes shortcuts to apps and games that run in Wine, and a whole bunch of other stuff that you're not gonna get to see now. Because the stupid camera has stupid autofocus, and a stupid plane is going by. I didn't know I got VLC Media Player on here. Okay, shortcut, add to desktop. Okay, now I'm gonna make a trip for, wait, what am I saying again? Okay, now I've gotta make a shortcut to Audacity. And as it's a portable version, there's no installer, it's an app image. I'm gonna have to manually make a shortcut to it, which is a new skill I've learnt. So, first of all, I've gotta make a new text document and put all this information in it, which is the first step to making a shortcut. And I really wish there was an easier way to do this like you have on Windows. I mean, they've had like 30 years to come up with an easy way to make shortcuts, and they haven't. But yeah, so we got a blank shortcut here. I just gotta fill in the rest of the stuff. And this is a terminal trick I've learned. If I take this app image file and just drag it into the terminal, as you can see, it puts the full file path there so I don't have to type anything. So I'll just copy that. If it will let me copy, of course. Come on, copy the stupid text. Right, okay. I'm gonna paste it into the blank shortcut. And now all we need to do is get the icon. So there's this command I looked up and typed in, and I forget what it is now, but it extracted all the files, including the icons. Well, the only icon I can find here is this scalable vector graphics one, so that's what we'll go with. I'll just copy that into my home directory. And just like the app image, I'm going to drag this into the terminal so I can copy the file path. And there it is. Okay, don't need those quotation marks. So I'll copy that, put it into this text file. Alright, now I just need to save this as a .desktop file. Even though it says desktop file, I could put this anywhere and it'll still work. And we're pretty much done. There's just one thing left to do, and that's make this executable. Now, we could go into the terminal and do chmod and all that good stuff, but here's an easier way. Just right-click the file, go into the permissions, check the box that says allow executing file as program, or whatever it happens to say, and we're done. Look at that. The icon changed to what it should be. And does this shortcut work? Well, let's test it. Success! That's how easy it is. I'm totally awesome. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can make a recording. That'll make sure that this microphone's working. Alright, recording from... Yes, it is working. I don't even need to say testing, 1, 2, 3. And I ran out of breath. I wish you could highlight text in the terminal like you can in text editors. You know, when you press shift and arrow keys. That's tripped me up so many times. Anyway, I'm now making a shortcut to Furnace, doing the same as I did for Audacity. So, Furnace.desktop. Better not give it a capital F. Alright, should be in here somewhere. Furnace.desktop, there it is. Let's chmod it the GUI way. See if that comes up. Oh yeah. I can now start making chiptunes again. Excuse the voice crack. Okay, here's something I did. Let's have a listen. that's enough of that. Well, now I want to install my Open Modplug tracker. But first, it would help if I clip the microphone on. No, I don't care. Just get me into it. I know what I'm doing. First, I want to configure my wine, because I hate this, like, really bright light theme. It's just, ugh. Ah, that's better. Let's run the Explorer. We adore her. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put my files here. Right, okay, there's my 1C drive. Going to medium stiff. Oh, I've also got Speakonia there as well. We'll set that up too. So, Open Modplug tracker, Mary, Mike, and Sam, Speakonia, my computer. There they are. Let's set up Open Modplug tracker. And it's already put a shortcut. Yeah, I don't care. It's already got a song preloaded in there. Yeah, I got a lot of configuring to do here, but I'll do that later. Alright, let's speak up install. Let's speak up Installonia. Yes, I want it to be created, even though I'm not interested in making Microsoft Sam videos or something. I just like to muck about with this. Alright, Mary, Mike, and Sam, you're up next. Now, did it make a shortcut? No, it didn't. Well, that's no problem, because I've got a script here that takes care of the shortcuts. And I'm not even gonna pretend that I know what any of this means, because I don't have to. Once the script's been installed, all we need to do is type this into the terminal. Yes, it does involve using the terminal, but it's really easy. So I just type that in, drag the exe that I want to make a shortcut to into the terminal, so we get its full file path there. Make sure this isn't all highlighted, and... oh. Would you believe this wasn't working simply because I missed out 2 characters at the start there? Also, I made doubly sure this is installed. Okay, I just need to choose what kind of thing it is, and I know it's not a game. I don't really know what this would come under, actually. You know what? Let's just select audio and video. That's close enough. Alright, just give it a name, Speakonia. And there we go, it's done, it's in there. Somewhere. There it is, Speakonia exe.desktop. Let's drag that onto the desktop. Alright, get all these out the way. Now all I've got to do is make it executable, and we can hear Microsoft Sam again. There we go. It totally works. And look at that, we even have Mary, Mike, and Sam.
Sam is back, baby, and in Linux.
Ah, the memories. Yep, this is the kind of stuff I watch on YouTube. I had leg surgery. Yeah. Hope I don't end up like this guy. Mind you, I'm pretty close to that now. This is me when I try to think.
Come on, brain, come on!
Any luck?
No!
Okay, it's time to get my OBS sorted out, which sounds like some kind of unpleasant medical condition. But anyway, optimized for recording, because I'm not going to be streaming. I don't need to stream. That was too much pressure. Right, okay, first thing I'm going to do is add a screen capture source. That'll do. Now, I have an old video camera glued to the top of my monitor, which is not a webcam. It outputs PAL video, which is why I have a USB capture device to convert it to digital. It should be able to see it. Let's see, capture something. You know what? History seems to be repeating itself here, where it's staring me right in the face and I don't see it. It's right here. Okay, there's the output from the camera. I know it's black and white right now. It's expecting an NTSC signal and we're feeding it PAL, so we need to fix that. PAL, and hey, we got color. So yeah, you can see my ugly mug on the screen now. Oh, and you can also see what I'm using as a microphone. Yeah, it's a homemade lapel microphone connected to this camera. It does its job. And oh, if you're surprised by this is what I look like, well, this is what I look like. Oh yeah, baby, we have hardware video encoding. Okay, now I'm gonna install the KDE desktop because it's one of my favorites. This could take a while, so, I'll be back when this is done. Alright, that's done. Now I'm gonna log out and log back into, wait, where's log out? Alright, we should have KDE here. Yeah, we do. Here it comes. Nice. I've got all my apps up here ready to use. Anyway, that's it for now, because I've got a ton of video editing to do. So, until next time, goodbye.